What keeps you motivated?
Ooh-wee. Romans 8:18. For
Can we
I reckon
speak it?
that the sufferings of this present time dare not to be compared to the glory that shall be revealed within us. So I know that whatever I'm dealing with right now, it's not going to last forever.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome to From the Script, a platform where my authors, my scribers, my TV, film, and songwriters are able to come on, peel back the letters of their stories, and so much more. And baby, we got a treat for you all today. I have a very, very special guest in the house with me. Talk about she is a motivational, poetic person. Oh my goodness. Okay. A spoken word artist, a staple in the community, and so much more. Please help me welcome my girl, Sunny CeLight.
Hey, girl.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm so glad to have you here.
So happy to be
It's
here.
been a long
Thank
time
you.
coming.
Yes, but our time is here. So yes,
Hello.
thank you.
Yes. Well, first I have to say, you had me at hello with your name, Sunny CeLight. It automatically makes me think of like MC Light. And so please just let everyone know more about who you are, how you came to be, about the person that you are today, and where did that name even spark from?
So Sunny CeLight, just like the sun, I want my words, my poetry to make you see the light, and I just hope to reignite the flame that's once burned deep down inside. So that's what my poetry is all about, you know? I'm all about motivation and encouragement, and so people always telling me I'm such a ball of sunshine, I'm such high energy. So kind of the name matches the personality as well. But at the end of the day, just knowing that the sun, like being able to see the sunshine every day, just brings you so much joy, even in the midst of what you're dealing with. And so that's what I just hope to bring with my artistry.
Oh my gosh, y'all. Literally, she's dropping gems early on, okay? Because you hit me right there, especially with you mentioned the flame. Like, we have this motto with Armourie is be bold, don't fold, and come through the fire as gold. And you are exuding everything.
Yes,
just
you.
this aura around you, baby. I see the sunlight. I see the sunny CeLight.
That's what
okay?
I be going for.
Period.
So yeah, I have to match that. You know, every time I walk in the room, like, Sunny, they like, Sunny, where you at? It just got bright. And I'm like, well, thank y'all. So that makes me feel good to know that I make people feel good. So, yeah.
Yes, that's amazing. So let's run it back for all of the individuals who are new to who you are. When did the love for writing started?
So cliche, right? But everyone's like, I've been doing this since I was little. But literally since I was about 4 years old, I would get booked to go and speak at churches, to do spoken word and motivational speeches in different places. And so I've just always had that performance ability within me. I guess I started writing maybe when I was about in middle school. I'm originally from Tennessee, so once I moved here, I just dealing with those things that we were dealing with in life. Once I moved here, I started writing to express myself because I was the new kid on the block, didn't know anyone, so I didn't really feel comfortable, right, exposing myself to people. So I just started writing, and I guess that's where the writing portion came from. And then about 7 years ago, I just took it upon myself to say, hey, I need to get back to something that I've longed to do for so long, and I took a chance at Poetry Lounge and have been just on fire ever since then.
Literally on fire. Because I got to, before we even move on, I got to ask you what part of Tennessee you from, because baby, my dad is from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh, damn. I'm from Jackson, Tennessee.
Really?
Yes. That is
honestly
crazy.
Didn't even know there was a Jackson, Tennessee.
See?
I know about Jackson, Mississippi.
Right.
But I didn't know about Jackson, Tennessee.
So Jackson is between like Memphis and Nashville.
Really?
Yeah. And I think maybe we're like an hour, 2 hours or so from from Chattanooga.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yes. Wow.
The country girl.
Hey, hey, we all here, same here, same here. And then talk about 7 being the number of completion.
Yes.
And here you are, 7 years in the game, strong, and you are killing it. What do you love the most about your artistry and crafting, whether that be your poems or whether that be your material when it comes to you being performing?
I really love the hope that I can exude. Through life, I've always felt like to be surrounded by people but still feel so alone. I just never want people to feel like they don't have anyone, so I'm always trying to meet that expectation for people. But that's really what it is, just the hope that I know that I can give with some words. For someone to hear something that they haven't heard expressed from anyone else, they may feel like they're the only one dealing with it.
Yeah.
And so to put it in a creative, artistic way that's going to grab your attention, make you kind of have some accountability at the same time, just kind of check yourself. That's all. In this life I'm on with God and trying to get my life together, that's what I'm trying to do, be accountable. And so that's what my poetry is going to encourage you to do.
This episode of From the Script is brought to you by the Creators Guild HTX. Please be sure to tap in with them. They are the one-stop shop for podcasting, production, and so much more. If you are looking to book your next session, please visit theguildhtx.com and just tap in with them. You never know what visions you're able to bring to life with them. So let's get it.
I'm a understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, we're like, what are we gonna do to help fix this? So that's what I really look forward to the most at the end of the day, trying to create that message within every piece that I bring, regardless of what the theme or the nature of it is. I always want to bring it back to that.
That's powerful. I love you mentioning the word accountability, because I feel like we're all living in a season of accountability, and we don't realize that what we may hear or even the things that may leave our lips,
For sure.
how we have to take
The impact of that, yes.
exactly. So that's deep. Oh, come on, because I want to say, and I hope I'm not wrong, I want to say the first time I heard you perform was at the MLK.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what, y'all.
Yes.
Shout out to
NAACP.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, because I was lost for a second.
Yes.
Shout out to them. Wow. Like, yeah, you had me standing up whenever you were doing your thing. So that is powerful. And that was so impactful. That event alone, like I'm talking about key leaders, key judges, politicians
being in that room. Yes.
Ooh, it was, you could feel the power,
the
in that
energy.
room.
Yes.
Yep.
Literally.
And baby, when the event was over, I came and found you. I said, I need your information, because you were hitting it.
The networking, that's just such a great opportunity. And then seeing like the way that they have such a focus on the youth.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely love that.
Yes.
So being in the mix of that and just seeing the actual aspect of how NAACP works, I think that's phenomenal. I don't think people really understand what the organization is.
Facts.
So yeah, it's really cool to be on this side, to be able to see inside.
Yes, I agree. Please help me understand what your creative process is like when you write.
Ooh, it changes. There is nothing solidified. It's just kind of whatever moves me, whatever provokes me. Right now, I'm challenging myself to I have a breadcrumbs list of like different ideas and concepts of poems that I want to write, but I haven't had the inspiration for them yet, right? So now I also have a lot of little bitty poems, and sometimes as a poet we think our things have to be so extensive and so strenuous, but I'm starting to see that those little pieces are fitting in. Like something I wrote 10 years ago is fitting with one of those poems that I'm trying to formulate now. So my process is just really based on inspiration, whatever is needed for the moment.
Yeah.
I feel in the environment. If I go to poetry shows and I don't perform, it's just kind of like, what do I see the people kind of giving the most energy to? And I'll go from there. But yeah, it's really kind of spur of the moment.
I love that.
Yeah.
Do you have any go-to, whether that be themes or any go-to just feels. I don't even know if I'm saying that right.
No, it's just it's very random. So like right now, I just finished a poem like about me and my significant other, and I used math terms to communicate what we're going through right now.
Love that.
I'm also working on something. I'm on this health kick, so reading ingredients and paying attention to that type of stuff. I'm writing a poem about how much processed nonsense we digest on a daily.
Say it again.
Can you process how much processed nonsense you digest on a daily? So it's like literally just different aspects of my life, the people around me. It's just kind of whatever I feel a tug on my heart, I just try and do something with it,
Ooh, that's powerful.
Try to do something with it. Not let that flame burn out.
Come on. Seriously. Wow. What has been, I don't know why when you mentioned don't let that flame burn out, it just made me think about other individuals and how they're impacted by your work, what they hear. Have there been any feedback from anyone, or what is your, I guess, typical response when they hear you speak?
One of the best compliments I received, and I guess this was in April, National Poetry Month, I was blessed to feature for the awesome, immaculate Red Lion.
Come on.
Yes, like one of the best poets I have ever heard in my life. Not just in Houston, in my life.
Period.
But he gave me the opportunity to feature, which a feature is like the headlining spotlight poet of the evening.
Because period.
Right, because period.
Hello.
So he gave me that opportunity, and I hadn't featured in a while, so it felt really good. But as an artist, I kind of minimalize myself. I don't see myself as big as everyone else does.
Wow.
And he just really called that to my attention, that I am one of the dopest poets that is really underrated. And that just kind of made me say, you know what?
Come on, dust the shoulders off, baby.
Yeah, go pat yourself on the back, because you are so much more than what you are giving yourself, the credit for it. And so that's just one of the things I'm really riding on that. So that's why I was saying the opportunities that are presenting themselves, I've just asked God to kind of definitely guide the way, and everything that's just coming into my lap without me looking for it, just like us after so long.
Wow.
I'm just grateful for the opportunities.
Ooh, I love one of the things, this is off topic, but one of the things that I love when I sit down with amazing individuals like you is hearing the power of God and the hand that He's had in our lives, and to see that He is uniquely crafting us. Yes. He's crafted us, and He is continuously uniquely crafting our story. It's just amazing. So that is powerful, especially like when you hear Him speak to you, and you just put that pen to the paper and you just let it flow. Like, wow, that's powerful. I know you mentioned the Red Lion as being someone that you've looked up to, or just like of all time. Are there any other poets that you've received inspiration from or gained insight and knowledge, or who would be your go-to poets or even authors?
Oh my goodness, so many to name, but I have to definitely give a shout out to my best friend.
Come on.
Courtney Lynn. She's another poet on the scene. Her and her husband, Scott Free, some of the best poets in the city. Yes. They are the owners of We Go Live. And so that is our poetry entertainment platform. And so they are two of my, we're on the phone all day going back and forth about ideas. So they are definitely two people that I go to. Red Lion has become another outlet for me. Who are some other inspirations that I have? Ebony Stewart. She's someone that I've come to be around a lot more lately, and I just see her in a different light. And so like her and the whole the slam team, the slam world, I have this different respect for them based on the type of writing that they do. It's totally different from me. So yeah, just being around different types of people and groups of people that can encourage me and challenge me to do something new and different.
That's powerful. And you brought up slam, and I was doing research and I came across slam poetry, and I know you are well more versed than me when it comes to this. Can you please for someone who has no idea that there are different dialects or different forms of poetry, can you give us some insight about the difference between slam poetry, a spoken word artist, a poet, or just Tell us all the details.
So typically when people hear poet, they're thinking of William Shakespeare. You know, who art thou, whither thou is coming from, that type
Thy
of stuff.
arm.
Yeah, they have no idea that poetry is whatever the artist can make it to be. So myself as a spoken word artist, I feel like a spoken word artist is more of a performer. We're going to draw some emotion and engagement from you in some type of way. A poet could just be a person that literally just writes, freestyle writes. They could get up and do readings. Usually you have a spoken word artist. We're trying to learn, we're trying to memorize, we're trying to perform, give you a performance, something that you'll remember. When it comes to slam poetry, slam is the competition side of poetry. So there are certain limitations you have for these 3 different rounds that you have to go through. There's a time limit. They give you different types of themes of poetry that you have to write and stick to. They have a lot of performance poetry. Even though I wrote the poem, I may perform it with 3 to 5 other people. And so it gives you a really different, to see how people can work together. That's what I admire about slam. And then again, they just write totally different from me. So it's really cool. Once you get into it, you see all the differences. So it really changes people's mind on what they think poetry is.
You changed my mind at this point. Okay, look, she teaching me something. Learn me something new today, baby. Okay,
Learn me something, yeah.
Here. Take me back to your first performance as a spoken word artist. What were the feels like? Were you nervous? Do you remember what you did?
I was so nervous. I was absolutely nervous because Poetry Lounge is one of the staples of the poetry community, one of the longest running open mics that there has been. Shout out to 7.
Hey.
20 plus years at this point. Somebody new, somebody different. Every week you go, it's a different crowd. So writing this poem, going there to perform, them encouraging us already. You can't read off your phone. You can't pull no paper out. So it's already that intimidation where I'm new. I'm here with these OGs, these vets. I got to prove a point. But it was really warming and really loving being there. 7, he would have a meeting with us beforehand to just kind of give us the layout of everything. So it always kind of brought that intimidation, that anxiety down. My first performance was in October of 2017? 16.
Okay.
16. So going on 8 years this year, 2016. And I had just lost a sister of mine, an Eastern Star sister of mine, to domestic violence.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry to hear that.
So it was October. That was really on my heart to do. So I wrote a poem about queens and womanhood, and how us as women, we need to take control of our lives and, do what we're called to do. Amen. Before we no longer have that opportunity. So it was really good feedback. I had to hear the OGs be like, "Oh, she got bars."
Okay,
it just made me feel so good.
With it.
Yeah, so that really is what set the foundation, and I've just elevated from there.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, that's an amazing first performance.
It was.
Okay.
It was.
If you had to choose your favorite performance, why is it your favorite, and what did you enjoy the most about it?
Oh, I have a couple of those, but I would have to say one of my favorites is going to be performing, featuring at Voices in Power. And Voices in Power is like the hottest leading poetry platform on the East Coast.
Ooh, come on, East
up
Side.
in Philly. Yeah, so it was a wonderful opportunity, and I did that along with my best friend and her husband as well.
Wow.
So to have that opportunity, that was our first out of state performance. It was really lovely to come into a totally different space and bring Southern poetry and East Coast poetry are totally different. So it was really cool to come into that space and bring our flavor to them. It was something different for them. But that was one of my favorite opportunities. Shout out to Lewis. Voices in Power are doing their thing.
Yes.
So yeah, that's one of my favorites I can think of off top right now.
That's power. And you are a voice in power, okay? And I hear you. Oh, hold on, because, baby, the earring flipped and it got your name on it. You about to make me fall out my chair at this point, because, period, okay? We're going to get you on an earring. Yeah. Okay, seriously. I hear you mention your best friend and her husband, and it immediately makes me think about community.
Yes.
And I'm curious if you don't mind sharing, how important is it to have a community of writers, a community of individuals that you are able to pour into, or they're able to pour into you, whether that's seeking advice, or how important is it to have that community?
It's very, very important, especially in this day and age, just with the climate of life in general, with the world in general. So that's always important to have a solid foundation that you can go to support you in these endeavors, because truthfully, honestly, unfortunately, everyone doesn't mean you well. And that's
true.
Even in this community, it's the same thing
true.
across the board. So you have to learn that, recognize it, and respect it. But having those people that you can go to has been immensely proportionately important, just because you reach a point where you kind of, I don't want to say you hit a dead end, your flame goes out, you lose the passion.
Yeah.
You may have writer's block, things kind of put you on hold for a while. And like, just to have those people around you to encourage you. Although I may not have anything going on, there are other artists that, you know, have weekly shows. So they're inviting me out, making sure you're still a part of the community, even when you're dealing with your own personal issues. So I've really grown a different type of appreciation and love for the people that I do have around me. But again, very important. You got to have it in order to be successful.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like...
You gotta have it in order to be successful.
Gotta have it.
Oh, wow, that's powerful. Ooh. Have you experienced any challenges or any just writer's block, as we would say it, while writing? And how were you able to overcome those?
All day, every day.
Come on. Period. Okay, life
Every
be
day. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, I really want to write today, but nothing will come to my mind. And so again, it's just going back to using, although I may not be able to write a full poem, I'm still going to use whatever insight, whatever speculation, whatever little spark I have, I'm going to try my best to use that in some way. So if that's just writing down one word that I hear or that's been in my spirit all day, I'll do that. And I've just come to that point to be okay with that at this point, to know that it doesn't have to be 100% in order to be 100%. It all adds up at the end of the day. So that's where I am.
That's powerful. I love that. I love that. What keeps you motivated?
Ooh-wee. Romans 8:18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time dare not to be compared to the glory that shall be revealed within us. So I know that whatever I'm dealing with right now, it's not going to last forever.
Okay, can we touch and agree?
Let's say that.
Touch and,
all right.
What that song say? Pray, wait, and trust.
Got to do it.
Come on.
So that is what gives me hope.
Yes.
My beautiful children. I have 3 beautiful, amazing children. So I'm definitely doing it for them. My mother, my grandmother, my family.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sweet spot. There's nothing like family, especially a supporting family who cares about everything that you're doing. Do we have some aspiring poets coming out of the family line?
I am hoping so. It seems like my grandmother just said that about my 5-year-old. She said, I think he's going to be a speaker like you.
I know that's
he can
right.
talk. He can talk. So we'll see. We'll see what becomes of them.
Wow. That is so deep. If you had to choose one of your favorite bodies of work that you've worked on, what would it be and why? You don't have to give us all the details because we want people to tap in, okay?
Right. I would have to say it is my poem called Gift.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
and
I want the details.
I want to say that's the one that you heard me do that year. But it's a Little Mermaid movie reference where I talk about the fact that God has given us this gift, but we're not doing anything with it. So when the day comes that he decides to take it away, don't have an attitude. Don't be mad at him. And so I talk about Ariel giving up her gift of her beautiful voice in order to be with a man. And that's not the answer. Don't give up what you got.
Wow.
Don't give up what you got. Even if you don't know how valuable it is, don't give up what you got. What God has given you.
Come
you
on.
know? Yeah.
And I want to say that was
I think it was.
because I remember taking notes. And I remember at that time I was just back and forth with, not to say I was doing it intentionally, but I think I was doing it unconsciously.
Yes.
Not taking advantage or not embracing or walking in the calling that God had called me to walk in and exercising the gifts that he has placed within my heart.
Right.
And Yep, that was the one. That was the one because I was like, I need to meet her at this point.
Exactly, because I feel like that's what we talked about once we linked up after. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's one of my favorite pieces because it really gets me together.
I know you mentioned being the spoken word artist that you are. Amazing spoken word artist. How important is it being that in that element is it to engage with your audience?
I am learning that although we are artists, entertainment is so important.
Yeah.
It's so important. Just the fact that I can spit the same poem, but because of the way that I perform it, people have heard a poem 10 times, but because of the emphasis I may have placed on a certain area or the exaggeration I may have given, they'd be like, I didn't ever realize that's what you were saying. So it's like you're always learning something new within the process, but that's what I'll say.
Oh, that's powerful. What advice would you give to someone who is just starting out or maybe has, had writing in their heart, but just didn't take the courage to put that pen to the paper, or as we were saying now, fingers to the phone or whatever the case? What advice would you give them to just go for it?
If you do not use it, you will lose it.
Ooh.
It's just that simple.
Can we say it again?
If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. Okay? Make sure I'm here with
Hello,
you.
look, right there.
But it's just, don't be afraid. There's no right or wrong answer with life. And I know they make it seem like it's one way or another, but it isn't. And if you aren't willing to try it, you'll never know what you can do with it. You'll never know how far it can take you. So all I just want you to do is be encouraged. If it's on your heart, if you wake up every day and go to sleep every night and it's eating away at you, you really gonna live the rest of your life with that? Do something. Do something. Do something.
And low key, that's unfortunately, but a lot of people go through that.
They do.
Go through not living.
Don't be complacent. And it's like, I know that environment creates comfortability. Circumstance creates comfortability. But at the end of the day, if you know that you want more, and believe me, I know it's hard. I know it's hard to make yourself do better so that you can get better. But if you want more at the end of the day, you're the only person that can do that for you.
That's so true.
So it's like just living with that responsibility to yourself. If you don't get it, it's because you didn't get it. The circumstances are not an excuse.
I needed to hear that myself.
Yeah.
That's powerful. The circumstances are not your excuse.
They're not.
Yep.
They may challenge you.
Yeah.
They may be a hurdle in the way. But as long as you still have ability in your limb to jump over it.
Come on, cause period.
It's gonna happen. You just gotta do it.
Yes, that's powerful. And even they help produce character.
Yes.
Wow.
So important.
That's powerful. Okay, so we're about to make a quick transition. So one of the favorite parts of the show that I like is called Underrated or Overrated, which is a game. And I wanted to jump in right when you said that slam poetry was underrated. I'll toss out some categories and you let me know if it's underrated or overrated, and you have to tell me why in a matter of 7 seconds. Okay. But we all know time may not be on our side because I may start talking in the midst of it.
Right. You know how it goes.
Okay, so let's see. The first one is meditation.
Underrated.
Why?
Because you need to learn how to center yourself.
Come on.
People really respond on emotion. And if they just took a second to take a breath,
Come on.
things could be seen totally different. So I highly encourage meditation,
Yes.
prayer, all of that. Isolation just within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
To think it through.
I agree 100%. I think I was recording a video the other day and I spoke about, as creatives, entrepreneurs, honestly anyone, whether it be visionary or anything, things can happen in a drop of a second.
Literally.
And we could become overwhelmed. We may have writer's block, and just encouraging individuals to give yourself grace, to take that breath.
Yes, it's okay.
Exhale. Somebody may have said something wrong. You know, people be just doing whatever they be doing. Okay, we ain't about to get into that, but it's okay to take that breath. So that's powerful.
Right.
I agree 100%. The next one is reality TV.
Overrated.
Because
it's fake.
Hello.
It's so fake.
It is.
It's so scripted, and you can tell now. They used to be able to play it off, but you can't. No, it's terrible.
It's real terrible. To the point where it makes me cringe. Honestly, my TV doesn't even come on.
I don't even watch TV anymore. Because everything seems like a reality TV.
Everything. And it's just like, come on.
It's just a debauchery, like the raunchiness, just all of it of what it even. I don't see any positive type of reality TV show.
Trickling effect. I was working at a community college one time, and I'm not gonna say this person either because she big in the industry now. But I remember going to the restroom, and first of all, we're at a college. You know, we shouldn't be riding on any bathroom stalls. But in this bathroom stall, they said, I'm going to drop out and become a stripper like X, Y, and Z and be a rapper at the same time. And I was like, what? To know that that's what people look up to. It just threw me off.
It's like I've been working with, I guess, middle and high school kids. And so I asked them, what are your goals? What are your aspirations? And they can't give me an answer.
That's sad.
It's very, and it breaks my heart to know that there's no drive, there's no motivation, there's no encouragement, there's none of that coming from this current generation right now, because that's all they have to look forward to. And it does not happen like that for everybody. It doesn't happen that way. And I'm like, the music industry is one of the worst industries to try and get into. It's not for you. Can we find another hobby, please?
Oh my gosh. And that, there's a whole conversation, because the way that artistry has been placed on the wrong pedestal now.
Yes.
And now you have individuals, you know,
there's such degradation associated with it.
That's a touchy topic, because I'm like, you have some that operate as puppets. You have some who the upper higher elites, they know what this person is going to do to influence this culture in this generation, and then it's just a cynical cycle. It's happening over and over again. And girl, see, I told you 7 seconds wasn't gonna be 7
Keep
seconds.
going. Listen, that's the real conversation, okay? Seriously though.
Wow.
Seriously.
Okay, that's crazy. Okay, the next one. Music festivals.
I'd say underrated. They can work on them. Like they have kind of declined in nature. However, I love a music festival. I love to be outdoors and dancing all night to some live music. But they just need to do a little better.
True.
For that.
I agree. I don't think I've ever experienced a legit music festival. I don't know if this is even considered a music festival. I went to the one, they have it out here at the pavilion.
Yeah, Cynthia Woods.
No, not the one, but it's one right here by the zoo.
At Memorial Hermann.
It's like an old school concert. It's something, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Obviously, apparently it may not be that legit, because I don't remember what it was. But okay.
I think in a festival like Woodstock, like a 3-day, Friday to Sunday.
Oh,
event.
it wasn't that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't been to one of those, but I would love to experience a real music festival. Like I would love to. But the one, like, I guess they're more of concerts than festivals. Maybe. Okay, that's what we can say. But yeah, they can step their game up a little bit.
Step it up. You heard it here first. Step it up. We trying to be there, okay?
I want to be there, but you got to give me a little bit more to work with. A little bit.
Okay, add some traveling expenses in there that we can remove. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, right. And then the last thing is poetry.
Definitely underrated. Definitely. Because I'm like, people really be sleeping on poetry. This is not knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. None of those, no Dr. Seuss up in here. I'm trying to tell you. But yeah, poetry is definitely underrated, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. And people don't understand that it's beautiful. It's a beautiful picture that can be painted.
So artistic, isn't it?
It is. Come on, I love me some poetry, okay? A good spoken word, what? Gonna have me falling out, okay? This has been
have you just on the edge of your seat, like, what they gonna say next?
Hello. That part. Oh my goodness, this has been so amazing. What can we expect next from you?
So I am looking to, a few years ago, 2018, I did a production with Courtney Scott-Free and Saint, titled My Poetic Justice. And so it was after the domestic violence event. So I took a spin, they had the DV scene in the movie. So I took the spin on that and we made a play, and we made it like a poetic play. And so that's still on my heart. So I am looking to do another type of production. It may be a solo show. I really want to put the focus on myself, just trying to show my light.
Come on, period.
So that's what I'm focused on right now. I am looking to re-release my poetry book. Having some shirts and stuff. So I self-published a book.
I was about to say, because how you forget that?
Well, I didn't. And so when you asked me, I was like, But I was like, I self-published a book about 3 years ago. Now that I've sold all of those.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I want to republish them like as an actual hard cover back book, and also add some more things to it. So that's what I'm working on, gathering ideas and things for that right now.
Wow.
But yeah, that's what my focus is, just on trying to figure out where my production era is going with poetry right now, and just seeing where I need to go, what spaces that I need to be in. No offense to open mics, love open mics, but I don't want to go to an open mic every week. I'm looking to see, what stages I really need to touch. So that's where I am right now. I'm trying to be still.
I love that.
So I can see what's before me.
Yes, be still. That was the devotion I read today, was be still and know that I am God. That was powerful. Well, I am excited for all of your future endeavors. Please let me know how I can support. Please let everyone else know how they can support as well. Like, I got your back, girl. And I just love the mission that you have. You operating in your purpose, and you really just bringing forth the visions that God has placed in your life. Like, this is amazing. Let everyone know where they can find you, connect with you, and tap into that amazing book that you have that you're gonna republish.
Yes. So y'all can follow me Instagram, Facebook. I'm on Reels, Threads.
No,
like
honestly,
Threads, Reels. What
social
is
media
it now?
be losing
It's
me
too
now. I
much.
don't know.
But I'm on that some type of way. I'm still trying to figure it out. But you can follow me on all platforms at Sunny CeLight. That's SUNNY CELIGHT. Yeah, I'll have everything there. Everything you need to know is right there.
Oh my gosh, yes. Well, it has been a pleasure having you on this platform. And y'all, stay tuned, because all of my Patreon subscribers, I have something special in store for you guys called Postscript, where you're gonna hear an exclusive from Sunny CeLight herself, baby. But from all of my other listeners, this has been a wrap from the script. Make sure you tune in on all streaming platforms, and remember to be bold, don't fold, and come through the fire as go. We out.